What's up? What's good? Matt Clark here at the new Matt Clark. How are each and every one of you doing on this amazing Tuesday? I'm doing great. My girl's doing great. My family's doing great. Hope each and every one of you are doing great. And I hope you're having a great week. If you could please hit that like button, subscribe button, and that bell notification button to get all my videos when they're new. If you could share with somebody on social media, help spread the message, help spread the word, that'd be amazing. And there's a PayPal option if you'd like to donate, help support the channel. The link is in the description of most of my videos. So what's up? How are you guys doing? It's an amazing Tuesday. I just came back from the keg. And it was great. You know, my work paid for all of us to go out for dinner, and it was a nice reward. You know, we did $1 million in sales in a month, my shop. And we were rewarded for it. So, you know, just a nice pat on the back. GM, what's up, my brother? The Fire Dragon, what's up? I figured I'd jump on here late. Fuck it. Chop it up for a bit. Matt Birch, man, what's up? Mitch, what's up? How are you doing, my brother? Hold on one sec. One sec. Son of a bitch. Oh. Fuck off. Hey. This shit's nuts. Boy, fuck off. Are you kidding me right now? Yo, this shit just blew up on me, dog. Yo, this shit just blew up on me, yo. The Real Hex, what's up, dog? I can't believe this shit just blew up on me like that. Lloyd, what's up? MM, what's up? I know, it is over, eh? My damn light, you know those fucking circle lights? One of those stupid motherfuckers blew up. I got a question. How do you get enough protein to effectively work out in prison? You don't, but you can buy protein powders and shit. So that's pretty much what you got to do. You know, you can buy cans of tuna and cans of mackerel, and you can buy, you know, protein supplementation and shit. B, what's up? Cyborg, what's up? I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How hard is it to find steroids and gear in prison? It just depends, you know? It's like you a lot of the time for certain things you got to get it yourself to keep it most likely true, because in most places you're not going to have a ton of guys trying to sneak in the roids. There may be a handful of guys. There may be a couple guys that are doing their own little program, or a couple handfuls of guys. But for the most part, if people are going to waste space, they're going to waste it to make money, real money. And there's nothing that you can make money off like 3 or 4. And that's just a fact. So I'd say it's pretty hard, you know, but not impossible. As I have seen it, you know, I've seen guys do it. So it is possible for sure. But it's a low percentage. You're probably tired of this question, but any interviews coming up? Always love those. Honestly, brother, like my summer has been bananas busy, you know, and it's about to start dying down with work, and we'll get into that for sure. You know, I'm not in any rush because I feel like I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing, and we'll get there. How did you fix your shoulder? To keep it real, Justin, I haven't fixed my shoulder issues. Look. See that scar right there? From here all the way to here, that's my surgery right there. And it wasn't good, and I still deal with problems with it every single day. So it's just more tolerable now, I guess. I did go through a stretch where it felt good, but that's long in the dust now. Question: say it's your first time in provincial, and some dudes cry for sure. Would the guy who cries and keeps to himself the main one who gets picked on? If you're crying out loud, definitely. But not quiet. You know, there's a lot of quiet guys who do their thing and they're fine. Why did you decide to quit smoking? And were you planning to do it for a long time? Honestly, I miss smokes. Like I still just want to light up a cigarette every day and have one, but I just honestly, I was starting to like physically feel like shit. Like getting up and like constantly hacking, and like I couldn't smoke a spliff without like choking, like almost throwing up. Worst tattoos to have going in? Anything racial. That's what I would say. R&R. Hi, Matt. Long time. Glad to see your channel growing. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And it would grow a lot faster, honestly, if I put more work in. It's super hard to stay active all day, every day, you know? It's just hard for me. Do you ever go back and visit friends you made inside? No, I don't go to prison. I'm never visiting a prison in my life, and I've always kept it real about that. I do sometimes think about visiting Throw, but I don't have any way to get in touch with him, so I don't want to just like jump in there and just in case. I don't know what he's got going on. So Charlie's girl, thanks. Appreciate that. I'm trying, you know? Bro, I've been on these nicotine patches. Oh, yeah, the pouches. Yeah, like dip. It's much better than smoking. I can actually breathe now. Yeah. I actually know quite a few guys that are doing that too. Are there tattoos that are unique to Canadian prisons? Honestly, probably not. Canadian flags. That's about it. Not many. You don't see many of them. Even the Mona Lisa is falling apart. That's it. Canadians have a hard time breaking into the algorithm. This is a fact. You know, there was a time when American channels with zero editing, you know, guys just throwing up prison videos are getting 50, 60, 70,000 views. That's not happening in Canada. You have to figure out a way to crack the overall algorithm and go viral. And you're probably not going to be doing a ton of that from prison videos. You know, just keep it real, right? You're not doing this niche to make money, especially anymore. Like it went through its little stretch, but most guys you see that are successful, they branch off and do something different, right? Which is obviously the plan for anybody, because that's just the way that it's got to be. You got to be able to grow, you know, and that's definitely something that I'll do. Hey, what's up, bro? Love the channel. Keep uploading. Love watching the videos and see you grow. Love from Rexdale. Shout out to the Rex. I'd say stick and poke in general, maybe, but no specific type. What? Oh, stick and poke. Yeah, stick and poke, I guess. I never did the stick and poke, but I guess. Yeah, of course. Yeah, if you're in gangs, there'll definitely be their own tattoos. Like you'll have patches and different tattoos signifying gangs, but you can go somewhere else in Canada and see that same tattoo, you know? But I don't know. I have to really think about it. Do you know if Throwback got a long sentence or if he's going to be back in another interview? So I have no idea, man. I know if he was home, he would have reached out to me on here. I know that. So he's not home. That's clear. I don't want to introduce you to my crowd in the UK. They're all twints. What the hell are twints? I know it's got to be a some kind of British slang, but what is a twint? Did you have a lot of criminal friends when you're in prison? And if yes, what was your favorite memories? I definitely had a lot of homies. Yeah. And I have guys that like became good friends of mine that I met inside. Some of which I've now grown apart from, but I still have respect for. So um Lloyd Daly, man, thanks for the 10 piece. I appreciate that. Um but I don't know, man. It's hard to say a specific memory, but I do have lots of memories. Laughing and, you know, um, meeting people, but I also have a ton of bad memories. And to be honest, the bad memories by far outweigh the good memories, which is why I have no real interest in keeping connected to the system, aside from doing this. But like, I'm a genuine believer, and you have to separate yourself from something to live differently. You know. Hey Matt, do you know in Alberta you have to pay for legal aid? Yeah, yo, you do. I know that in Alberta you have to pay for legal aid. Yeah, here you do too. If they can prove that you have any kind of income, they're gonna take money from you. That's a big fact. I feel good about the Leafs, bro. I'm a little shaky on the defense, but I don't think Tree Living's done, whether it's now or through the year. He's known for building strong defenses. Yeah, it's really a matter of Tavares freeing up. You know, they could just convince this dude to just leave. And it's not that I disrespect or don't like Tavares because I think he's a good player, but I just think he doesn't fit the styles, the speed. There's a lot of things. What, if any, habits do you still do at home that you learned in prison? Had a roommate that couldn't even leave a dish in the sink for 5 minutes and would clean the drapes daily. I say I'm very structured. Like my day is super structured. I don't. I am a. I have a real. It angers me when I hear people chew with their mouth open, and like slap chew, which is something that I learned I hated in prison because you're sitting in such close proximity to people when you're eating. Oh, I hate that sound. Um, but I would say there are definitely institutional values with behaviors, you know. Um, but aside from that, like, and structure, I don't think I do hold on to a ton of that stuff. Of course, there's that era where you just tell a lot of jail stories with people because that's all the stories you have. Like, I went through this huge chunk of my life where that was all I did. So coming home after that, like, when I want to tell a story, this is all I got. Obviously, I would love to tell better stories, but I just don't have any. You know? Do you still fight the urges to get back on the junk? Not really, to be honest, but I'm on Suboxone. So, and I don't care. I like the crutch. It makes things a lot easier for me. It makes me not want to do anything or think about it. So, he doesn't fit with the offense. He needs to be with a team that is hard on the puck and cycles down low, and not like a transition speed team with a quick out of the end, and bing, bing, bing. That's what the Leafs should be like. Quick out the end, bing, 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 up the ice. And let your talent speak for itself. But Tavares is more like a traditional old school player, not these young guys. Yo, Matt, in the provincial jails, will they give you a jumper or shorts and a tee or both? There's no shorts. You're lucky if somebody hands you down a pair of shorts, but nobody's giving you, like, when you come in, they don't give you shorts. Maybe that's changed now, but shorts were like something that's like a benefit, not a mandatory or a necessity, you know? I mean, it is a necessity, but a mandatory. I reached over a man's plate in the West and nothing happened to me. You got lucky. And it's a much different time now. But I'm telling you, man, if nobody even said nothing to you, then he was just a waste case. Or a dirt bag. One or the other. I still chirp at people for reaching over my food now. It's gross, man. What are some things you did to keep yourself sane while you were in SEG? And what's the most amount of time you've spent there at once? Well, the longest was 4 months, just less than that, like 3.5 months, almost 4 months. When I got kicked out of the Fembrook, but that wasn't super punishment. It was actually surprisingly good time in SEG there. You ate so good, and I was smoking every day. 60 days loss of all privilege in provincial is the longest that I've done, and the worst SEG time that I've done. And there's nothing you can do. You know, you don't have any books or anything. So you do push-ups, you occupy yourself with whatever you can. Do I think Matthews is overrated? No. I actually think he's a little underrated, to be honest. Yo, question. There's a chomo named Jeffrey Cairns that got a 4 to 6 year term recently. Where would that goof be locked up? Well, he would have started at the Ville. And then from there, he'll probably go to Bath, most likely, or Warkworth, or Fembrook. You can't be wearing a 1-ounce. No, you can't. No supplements, baby lion. I just try to eat clean-ish. Try to limit the shit that I take into my system and have good genes, you know? I already had to fight in the West, so I proved that I would fight. Yeah, once you prove, the reality is, even in prison, a lot of guys are scared to fight, man. You know, a lot of it is bravado. They don't really want anything to happen. They just don't want to look like a bitch, right? So a lot of time guys are barking and they're hoping that the next guy is going to kind of back down. But if you don't, you'd be surprised if you charge at guys, how quickly guys change their tone. I'm telling you, somebody's fucking with you. Don't ever just take that shit, you know? Don't be that hothead who's just swinging on everybody who fucks with you. Because sometimes people are just fucking with you. But at the same time, you can't be passive. You know what I mean? How's your brother coping with his time? And is he ever... He's out. He's out, bro. He's been out. He literally got out like a year and 5 months ago now. Did you hear the awful story last week? The store owner got beat to death in Owen Sound by 3 strangers. Do you see them getting smashed when they walk into the bin? Honestly, probably not. Maybe there. Maybe in provincial in that area, like where people are pissed, which would be the Hearst, right? I think everybody there goes to the Hearst. Right? Owen Sound, right? Yeah, they go to the Hearst. Don't they go to the Hearst? I don't know, man. I don't think so. Is there any food you made inside that you still make or crave on the outs? I've been debated making a burrito. However, I'm questioning if it was only good because I was in there. No, it'd still be good, bro. Your taste buds are your taste buds, you know? Of course, there's a level of acceptance for certain things when you're starving that you probably would prefer not to eat when you're not. But some of that stuff actually tastes good. You know, like if you make the burrito in the chip bag with the noodles and all kinds of different shit added into it, that should taste good, man. It's not good for you. It's loaded with salt and carbs, but were you cool with the natives in there? And do you have any good native friends right now? Yeah, one of my best friends is native. I speak to him to this day. And I was definitely good with the native dudes in the Ville when I was there. And I was good with the native dudes in Fembrook when I was there. There's not a ton of native dudes in Lindsay. Not a ton. Or in Toronto. Nope, never violated his parole, bro. Mind you, he's on parole for life, so it could happen, you know. So, bro, honestly, I'm the guy that can be cool with anybody, bro. And Canadian politics aren't like that, you know. There are some dudes that look at it like you're crazy if you're hanging out on the other, like with other races or whatever, but most people don't look at it like that these days, man. Did I have a cell phone inside? No, I did not. I was broke. I went in from straight addiction. I was broke, bro. In Calgary remand, you have to sign a waiver to go GP 150 mans on range. What is it, like a dorm? I hate dorms, man. I fucking hate dorms. I would rather be locked away in a cell by myself all day long than live in a dorm. A lot of natives in Thunder Bay are getting sent to Southern Ontario. The jail in T Bay is always over capacity. Yeah, I get it. I get that. Probably go to Ottawa. No, they'd probably go to Penetang. Yeah, that's most likely where they go because they'd fly in to Barrie or whatever. It northern-ish city, you know. Not wishing that on your brother. Just asking if that makes sense for his charge. Charge though, parole for life. Parole for life is any lifer has parole for life. Now you can work at getting the conditions dropped over the years, so you're basically just have to keep the peace and be of good behavior, and you know, maybe never report, or maybe once every few months, 6 months, whatever. But you can always get a violation. So if your behavior changes, they can throw you right back in, and then good luck getting back out, at least for a good amount of time. But he's probably tripping because life is 25 in Canada. Yeah, life. Yeah, this is the thing. My brother had 2 counts of first degree, life 25, and he got out right at 25. Like literally, like right at 25, like a week after 25. So if you do the right things while you're locked up, like if you stay out of the shit, like my bro don't have never had a drug issue. So that's a huge part of it, man, is drugs. You know, a lot of lifers and guys doing a large amount of time, they're stressing. They don't want to do it, right? It's hard on their mind, their soul, their everything. So they need to cope by using. And then there's some lifers that literally the only bad thing about their behavior is they're using, and They're in for years and years. I know a lifer that's in right now. To me, seems like a harmless dude, nice guy. He's like 27, 28 years on a life 10 because he keeps smoking weed and doing drugs. They don't care. It's behavioral, man. You know, you're not going to get out if you don't modify that shit. At least make them believe that you've modified your behavior. What do you think of those prisons in Norway, like the Halton prison, where it's pure? I'm telling you, man, some of those prisons here don't look that much different than that. You know, maybe they're not as high class looking on the inside and the outside, like in terms of aesthetics. But like, there's places here where you can cook your own food. You can watch TV on your couch. There's places here where you're in a bed and not in a bedroom and not a cell. It's just lower tier guys. That's the difference. Is there? It's all guys, lifers. Everybody's in that kind of conditions. Here, if you are a maximum security inmate, you're in prison with violence. You know, and you're not going to be able to avoid it, whether you're in population or in PC. They both have violence. So, something you're just going to have to deal with. You know, in Norway, the maximum sentence you can get is like 21 years, no matter what the crime is. So you remember that guy that killed a bunch of people, like was it like 100 people or 80 people or whatever, and in this mass shooting? He can only get 21 years for that shit because that's their max sentence. Alberta is giving amazing plea deals, apparently. I go back and forth. I've been on the run for over a year. I have a warrant for criminal harassment from my bitch. Damn. Stay away from her, bro. If your YouTube channel grows huge one day, would you think on writing a book about your life? You know, I've thought about it, man. Because I definitely believe that I have the content to write the book. You know, there's very few people as a whole, as a total, have lived what I've lived. You know, it's just facts and come out on the other side. So I've definitely thought about it. Thank you. Yeah, Andres Breivik, he killed like 77 people. That's it. Yeah, 21 years, all he can get. They just don't believe in throwing the key away on people. They don't believe that people are done, that there's no helping someone. Now, I genuinely believe that there are some people you can't help, you know? And if you let them out in 21 years, they're just going to kill, rape, or do whatever it is that they do, you know? So, but I think for most people in the right circumstance, they can be rehabilitated, man. Yeah, Breivik's probably doing pretty good time. No, I didn't hear about the escape in Sudbury. Baby mom new boyfriend wants to fight, but I have full custody and don't want to risk it. It's a mutually accepted fight. Can I still get in trouble? I would make sure that if you're going to do that, that your kid is nowhere near there. Your baby mother is nowhere near there. And you guys videotape it. He hits the ground, you hit the ground, you get up. That's the only way, but I still wouldn't take the chance. Just leave it alone. Yeah, make a book. Like the Free at Last, eh? You're right, I'm finally choosing to stay away from her. She set me up, charged me up. At the end of the day, you can only do so much, right? Like, you can only do so much, man. Once the system is turned on you and is convinced that you're an abuser or you're bad, what can you do? You know, you got to run from that woman. You pay your child support. and just run, dog. You know what I'm saying? Run. The Norway situation has to have some provisions with that specific situation. I don't think it does, man. I really don't think it does. I think his maximum sentence is still that. What made you go on YouTube? Love the stories, bro. Honestly, just thinking that I could help somebody and thinking that if I do that, then it'll help keep me accountable. If I feel like somebody's relying on me. And I just, if there's anything I'm good at, it's talking. You know, I still haven't like fully showed you guys all of me. You know what I mean? There's a funny part of me. There's a serious part of me. You know, there's a lot that you guys still haven't seen, you know? And a lot of it is nerves. And a lot of it is just the right circumstance, you know? But up until this point, I've definitely had a message. And I haven't wanted to stray from that message. So I haven't wanted to make things too campy or too comical or too trendy, you know? I just wanted to focus on actually trying to help people. The only place you have to fight in jail, who cares if people outside think you're a bit... Exactly. When I was in the Hearst, I learned that Unit 8 is the worst unit in the jail. Yeah, I was there. The only unit to bring back the trays in the kitchen. Super filthy. It was disgusting. Yep, I was definitely there. Norway believes in rehabilitation. Yep, I believe. Norway believes that no matter who you are, there's a chance that you can be helped. And even if you can't be helped in the community necessarily, you can be helped. And there's a chance for you to improve and one day be back into the community. Because even like you said, that Bevrick guy or whatever, Brevik, they're going to let him out. Maybe they changed their mind. I don't know. Governments change. Things happen. You never know, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if he touches. And I think Canada is less punitive than the U.S., but still very punitive. You know, still uses like prison slave labor. So where they're paying people like zero, basically. You know, that's regular though. You know, no matter where time is or the jail is or whatever. I'm on here for 2 more minutes, guys. Lloyd Daly, man, thank you for that 10-piece. I appreciate that. If you're in the building, you haven't hit that like button yet, go up, hit that goddamn like button. Helps me, it helps the channel. I do like Smashing Pumpkins. I like all that grunge rock from that era, although I wouldn't necessarily call them grunge, but alternative. But I definitely love all that music from the 90s, let's say. Underground P. Shout out to Scarborough, man. Appreciate that. Saya can be, I was scared because I've been in jail for it before in GP, but a friend that got out of Calgary, man, care about it. I didn't see the question. Where's it, Saeed? Where is it? Oh, he retracted it. Never mind. I didn't see it. Prison in the USA is way damn hectic. It's not that the people are any more serious. Believe me, there's very serious people here that'll kill you like that. It's the population, you know. It's the mass incarceration. We don't have, like, at any given time in Canada, there's like 45,000 cons. If you go to the US, it's like 3 or 4 million. Even if you times our prison population by 10, which is the size difference in population, it doesn't add up. It's not even close to adding up. It's a business down there. Yeah, our prisons have like 500 people. Our maximum security prisons are like the population side is like 200 people. Yeah, you guys also have private prisons, which we don't. They were gonna go that route, but they didn't. Hey Matt, how's it going? I hope all is well. Jerry Cullen, I'm all right, my brother. The old Don jail was the hardest in the north. The old Don jail, and the Don jail was nuts. I was only there for a few weeks, and in that time, I seen a guy get murdered on my block. I seen multiple fights. It was nuts. I seen a lot of violence in a lot of places. Joyceville, I seen the most violence other than the Don, but still nuts there, man. It's no nonsense. But once you're good in the Don, you're good. You know, you're gonna have a hard time doing better time than that. What's good, Cali Nuts? What's up? Is Toronto South the craziest in Canada today? In of the provincials, for sure. I would say no, maybe Calgary or Edmonton remand. Could someone have access to your channel in prison? I'm sure they could. I don't know. No, they can't because there's no internet. During transport between prisons, was there even the slightest chance to escape or never even crossed your mind? Actually, no, I'll tell you the truth. When I was in young offender, one time the garage door opened on me, but I wasn't trying to go anywhere. I escaped a bunch of times, though, from like open custodies and stuff like that. Like a parole, if you put me in a halfway house in an open custody, anything without offense, I was out. I wasn't sticking around. You already know, guys. I gotta go. I gotta go to bed. I gotta work in the morning. I appreciate chatting to you guys. I'll be up here soon again. You guys already know. Shout out to Mexico. I appreciate you guys, and I hope that you guys have a great night, a great sleep. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe before you get out of here. Interesting. I used to live right near Toronto South, but didn't know it was like compared to other jails. This might be funny, but any video game. Yeah, there's video games, just nothing with internet connected. So PlayStation 1 or earlier. Maybe a computer. You might have a better chance of getting a computer with like a couple good video cards smuggled in or something. But I love y'all. You guys already know, man. Have a good night, have a good sleep, and have a good work day. Love y'all. The new Matt Clark. You guys already know, players.